Hey there, it's Girls Like Boys, and this is my top 10 favorite animes of all time list. This is what I'm feeling currently is my list. Some of the animes higher up on the list maybe wouldn't be there once I am exposed to other shows, but this is how it is as of right now. So, without further ado, let's begin. Number 10 is one that probably wouldn't be on this list if I had seen more animes, which I'm working on doing right now, but as of right now, it's Hamtaro. Hamtaro is a really cute show that I watched when I was a child and a little bit when I was a preteen, and then it stopped coming on in America, and I haven't bothered to look at it online, but I always liked it, how lighthearted it was, and it wasn't like one of those really serious shows. It was just something you could wake up and watch and feel happy. Number 9 is kind of an embarrassing one, but I have to admit, as a kid and preteen and even young teenager, I really liked this show, and I've seen the majority of it except maybe the final season, but I think I know how it ends, and that is Yu-Gi-Oh! I didn't really care for the dueling part of the show, even though I collected the cards and I dueled with some of my friends, but I liked the drama and I liked the characters and the storyline, so I think it was a pretty good show. Number 8 was my favorite show growing up, and then it stopped coming out in America, so I kind of started getting over it, but for a while there I was obsessed with this show, and that is Sailor Moon. Looking back, Sailor Moon was kind of cheesy at times, but I really think it was a good turning point in anime and how it was mostly female cast, and I think it was nice to have, Sailor Moon to look up to as a kid and stuff, and I know that I kind of dissed her in one of my other videos, but it was fun having her around as a kid, and I don't regret having her on this list. Number 7 is another one from my childhood, and I still enjoy it today, but I don't like the newness of it, and that is the older Pokemon. I really enjoyed Pokemon as a kid, and up until maybe the Johto series, I pretty much stopped watching it when Misty left. But when she was there, I felt the show was really a truly great show. And I loved Ash, Brock, and Misty. They were a great trio. Number 6 is Studio Ghibli films. Like, including Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, and Princess Mononoke, other ones like that, Kiki's Delivery Service. All their films, I think they're absolutely amazing, and I still love them all to this day, even though I was exposed to them when I was maybe around 10 years old. I think that each of his stories are really exceptional. I didn't really care for Castle in the Sky, but it was pretty cute, and Ponyo wasn't my favorite, but that was a kid's movie. But overall, I think Hayao Miyazaki does a great job with making movies, and they add a great amount of greatness to anime, so that's why they're at number 6. Number 5 is one that I've seen the majority of, but I haven't quite seen all of it, but I think I got the gist of it, and that is Inuyasha. I really liked Inuyasha. I would get up every morning at 5:30 to watch it on Cartoon Network when it came on at 5:30. I'd get up before school, and it was a good thing to start my day off, but it's a really good show, and I really enjoyed the plot and how the whole story, and I like how it took place in the feudal era of Japan. So it was kind of a historical thing, but I like the whole thing with demons and stuff. I think that's a kind of a fantastical kind of thing, and I liked the love between Kagome and Inuyasha, and the love between Miroku and Sango. I thought it was really cute. Number 4 is one that I haven't seen the sequel to yet, but I've seen pretty much the whole first part, and that is Naruto. I really like Naruto, and I like how it's about ninjas. I mean, who doesn't like ninjas? It's a really great story, and I love how they start out Naruto being kind of a outcast, and he kind of works his way up and is respected by his village, and he eventually makes friends and people actually respect him. I think it's a really great story of a boy, and also his friendship with somebody who turns evil and leaves the village, and how he still really cares for his friend Sasuke. I like his little crush on Sakura, and I just like all of the teams and how their personalities are all very different, and I think the characters are great in the show. The ones that I have in my top 3 are ones that I've really gotten into within the last year, so maybe that's why they're top 3 right now, because this is my current list. It probably will change very soon, but number 3 is The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. I think this is a really hilarious show, and it's different than those like serious shows like Naruto and Inuyasha. Like, it's a very comedic show, and even though it has kind of a semi-serious plot line, I love the characters, and I love Haruhi and how crazy she is, and how she makes everybody, do what she wants. And Kanon is absolutely adorable, and his sarcasm. I like the little blooming love between them, so that's why I like that show. Number 2 is one with a more serious plot line, and I know a lot of people like this one and say I'm jumping on the bandwagon or anything, but I really, really like this show, and I'm just getting into it now. I'm maybe like about 30-something episodes in, and that is Full Metal Alchemist. I really like Edward and Al and Winry and Roy and all the characters. They're really good, and like they add some like lightheartedness to the seriousness of the show. And I like the plot of how Ed and Al really had to grow up early, and with their mother's death and their accident with trying to bring her back, and now they're trying to redeem themselves and trying to make things right again. And I find it a very great show, and I can't wait to watch more. And Number 1 is one that I'm almost done watching. It's a shorter series, and it's extremely hilarious. I think it's one of the funniest animes I've seen, and that is Ouran Highschool Host Club. I just love how they almost cross lines in their humor, and I love Tamaki, and Vic Mignogna is his voice actor. Same thing with Vic Mignogna being Edward Elric's voice actor. I think any show he's in, it makes it better. And I love the twins, Kaoru and Hikaru, and how hilarious they are, and how they piss Tamaki off. And I love Kyoya and how he's like the sensible one, along with Haruhi. They're the only sensible ones there. Maybe Mori senpai, but he doesn't really say much. So I think it's a really crazy show, and I'm really glad that I'm watching it, and I highly recommend it for any of you that haven't watched it. It's a great show, and it'll cheer you up if you're ever having a sad day. So there you have it. That's my top 10 favorite animes of right now. So please comment and tell me what your top 10 is, and what you think of mine. Thank you for watching.